Megan.
And I am her son, David.
And we are the Rooted Readers. And so first, you guys should probably know a little bit about us. Okay, so I'm Megan. I am an educator, started off as a teacher, intern, have been a school counselor, pretty much anything you could do inside of a school, I've done it. And Dabrin.
I am a 7th grader, but I am 11 years old. I skipped the kindergarten and I have a YouTube channel, but I think this one will show more of me. And Mom will give you a little description on how we came up with this idea.
Okay, so we were at a book signing at Blue Willow Bookshop for Nick Stone. Nick Stone was introducing Clean Getaway. And so we walked up, Dave is talking to Nick Stone and he's having like this full conversation about Dear Martin. The event coordinator comes up and hears Dabrin having this conversation and says, have you ever thought about doing book reviews? I said this, about 5 years ago, but Dave didn't listen to me. But when she said it, he was like, okay, Mom, let's get this show together. So here we are, 5 years later, after the book event coordinator said to do it, we're here with Rooted Readers. We want to make sure that we give you guys our perspectives on books because we feel like a lot of people don't read because they think it's boring. We've actually kind of bonded over some of the books that we've read. We will sit in the car and laugh, and I don't want Dave to tell me what he's read because I want the surprises. There's just a lot that awaits you in a book that I feel like a lot of people don't talk about, especially in like the Black communities and with some of the kids that I've talked to. They think that books are boring because they don't actually find books with themselves in them. So we're gonna try to show you guys as many books that we have read, and hopefully publishers send us books to review so we can broaden what we consider good books. So first we're gonna start off by kind of just answering a couple questions so you guys can get to know us a little better. Dave, you wanna start with the first question?
What is your favorite place to read?
Ooh, I eventually want a book nook, but favorite place to read? Let's see. I would say my bed, but I fall asleep. So my favorite place probably is when the boys go to this little tutoring thing called Kumon, and while they're in there, I get to like fold up in the car, and I have a good hour where I'm able to read. So probably in the car while y'all are at Kumon. What about you?
I think it has to be my bed. I will never tell you that my favorite place to read is a chair because it is not. But my favorite place is like really soft and comfy. Like
you don't fall asleep?
I probably do. I probably fall asleep in the bed, but I still get like 100% softness and comfiness while I read. So either the couch or the bed for me. So.
All right. My question. When did you learn to read? That was probably 20-something years ago. So I don't remember. Do you remember when you learned to read?
No, I didn't. That is what I have you tell me.
So I'll talk about why Dave learned to read. So Dabrin was 3 years old. He was in pre-K 3. And so the teacher comes up and we would play games. Dabrin was terrible as a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old, probably as a 4-year-old. And so we used to always try to come up with different things for Dave to do. So if he wanted to throw the salt and pepper shakers, we would use them to count, or we like separate the sugar packets and stuff. So we were always trying to find ways for him to learn so he wouldn't terrorize the places that we were at. So I think eventually we started opening books and like making him make up his own stories. And his teacher saw him doing that one day and was like, I really think he's ready to learn how to read. But she said that she didn't have time to teach him. I had no idea how to teach him. So there was a place called Head Start to Reading. And at 3 years old, I think they were supposed to allow you in at 4, but they allowed Dave to come in at 3. And he came in and we used the system and used all the little flashcards and made it fun. Camden, which is Dabrin's younger brother, went a little different, and we'll see Camden in a little bit. But we did his a little different. My sister-in-law was actually living with us, and I was a little jealous of her, kind of sitting on the couch and keeping Cam at the house. and she got to sit there in her pajamas all day, and I was like, okay, well, let's teach them something. And so we taught Cam how to read with like cars and really fun stuff. Sorry, Dave, yours wasn't as fun as Cam, but that was how they learned how to read.
Favorite nonfiction author.
Favorite nonfiction, I don't even have to think about this one. Malcolm Gladwell is my favorite. Malcolm will have you thinking that you know something, or thinking that you are perceiving something one way, and then he'll like break down something as simple as why is somebody a millionaire, or how are dyslexic people rich, and all these different little things, and have you like questioning every aspect of why you do certain things. So Malcolm Gladwell, my favorite.
For me, I don't really read nonfiction that much. I've read like 1 to 3, like 2 or 3 nonfiction books, but I'm going to say my favorite is the only one I really enjoyed reading, which is The Art of Respect by J. Prince. So
that's a good one.
J. Prince was like...
We'll get to it. Y'all will hear about James Prince. Okay, what is your favorite book?
I was really thinking about...
You can go.
I was really thinking about passing this question because I like have so many favorites. Like I have so many favorites. Like, I don't know. Like Dear Martin, Dear Justice, of course the track series. Like I have a million.
Okay. So you don't have one.
No.
I have a favorite book since, and this is my favorite book since like elementary school. The name of the book was Small Steps: The Year I Got Polio by Peg Carrot. I hope I'm saying her name right. I've never actually figured out how to say her last name, but I hope that's it. She's still living, so let us know, Peg Carrot, if I said it wrong. That book was like the best book ever to me because I was a bratty, 5th grader, and like in 5th grade, you're complaining about your friends and your classmates and your mom who won't let you go outside late or whatever. And in the book, she gets this disease. So long time ago, there was a disease called polio. Peg Carrot gets polio, and she goes from a time where like her limbs stop working, and then she moves into this hospital where her friends, like they're worse off than her, and like nobody comes to visit them. And it made me as a 5th grader realize like, girl, you don't have nothing to worry about. Like you have nothing to complain about. So that was like my first wake up call of like, chill out. Like there are people with things far worse than you, or have gone through things far worse than you.
I have a favorite now.
You have a favorite now? Okay.
My favorite.
I inspired you.
Is yes, you did. My favorite is Dear Martin by Nick Stone. So like,
don't give too much because we'll talk about that one.
Okay. So at first I was like, when Mom gave it to me, I don't think I really wanted to read it. I didn't know that I was gonna enjoy it, but no, I couldn't put that book down. 10:30 in the morning, I'm still reading. Like, but yeah, Dear Martin.
Dear Martin and Small Steps. Check them out. Okay, did you ask me a question? Is it your turn? I feel like I just asked you.
Okay, why is reading important?
So I feel like it's important because you can find yourself. You get to see different. You get to kind of see different perspectives. Also, if you look back here, there are so many books about skin and health, and like I've learned so much about my body and what I should be putting in it. And there's a lot of information that I feel like I wasn't told in school, and that I really, really needed. And a lot of it I found in books.
Okay. Well, why is reading important? Oh, well, there's 24 hours in a day, and all of those 24 hours, you're in reality. When I pick up like a fiction book, maybe it's about like dragons and fairies and stuff, like maybe it's about Peter Pan. It takes me into that world, and I'm not in reality anymore. I am on a cruise ship about to be assassinated by Captain Hook, or I'm fighting Captain Hook. Like, it just takes me to a whole nother different world, and I feel like everybody should, like, I don't think you should live all of the hours in the day in reality. I think you should at least take like 1 or 2 hours.
I didn't think about that.
In a new world.
Okay. Yeah, because I definitely thought I was Harry Potter. Yeah, definitely thought I was Harry Potter. Your favorite fiction author?
My favorite fiction. I think Nick Stone and Jason Reynolds would be like my favorite authors right now. But back then, when I was a little kid and you used to read to me, I think Lewis. I don't know how to say her name. Lewis Sacker.
I know we're not gonna. Nobody's gonna
that
send
he?
us books because I can't. It's a man. Yeah,
Okay.
Lewis. I think it's Satchel. I don't know. Tell us your name, Lewis.
It's right here.
Okay, I'm gonna mess up another name too because my favorite fiction author was Paula Danziger.
Oh, Amber Brown.
The Amber Brown series. Amber was going through everything that I was going through. My parents were getting a divorce, and first they were separated and all this kind of stuff. So Amber Brown, we grew up together. I really want to know what Amber is doing now, but she was my favorite fiction author because although it was fiction, I knew exactly what Amber was talking about. I was going through. Okay, so that's enough about us. We're gonna show you guys kind of our reading space, how obsessed we are with books. So David's gonna walk around and kind of show you guys what our crazy book house looks like.
And before I play this, there are books everywhere. There are books here. There are books there. There are books everywhere. So don't think that it's just gonna be a short clip about me talking about one shelf of books. No, there are books around the house. So, like I said, we have books like all over the house. So here is one place that's obvious is gonna have books. The library.